So why did I want to join the military? Well, that's a very good question. As you can see behind me, that's one of the reasons why. Follow me. So I joined the Army back in May 2021, and it was quite the experience for me, honestly. Showing up to that first day in reception was very, very different from all the research I've done, everything that I see on YouTube, and it was just very different to what I was expecting it to be. Moving on to the real question, why did I join the Army? Why did I choose the Army instead of going to like the Air Force, the Marines, Coast Guard, even the Space Force, right? First off, coming into the Army, I would have started off as an E4, which is right below Sergeant, which is amazing, right? Because all the other branches, they would have started me off as an E2 because of my, college experience, but in the Army, they started me off as an E4, which is great. And I don't mind the pay because the pay was decent enough, for me and for the travel, honestly, because every branch can travel the world, but the Army seems to travel a lot more. Well, and the Navy as well, but I don't want to spend, 6 months on the ship in the fleet and then like 4 days in a port, right? And then go back out to sea. No, I want to stay, experience the culture for what it is and what it has to offer. And so the Army was the best choice to do that because I knew the Army had bases in Asia, the Army had bases in Europe, Africa, so many places you can go. And that's one of the reasons I chose the Army in the first place. And I felt as if the Army had the right, mindset for me and the right attitude towards, doing things on task. And it was great. It was amazing. And to be totally honest with you guys, the Army was my first choice. So back in high school, right, when I was starting to go to college, I wanted to join the Marines actually at first. And I remember this Army commercial, I might like pull it up in a photo right now, but it really got to me and it's amazing. But then ultimately I decided to go to college, right? Halfway through my college, right? So the end of sophomore year, I tried to join the Marines. 5 times they said no. 5 times, right? They're like, oh, medical, your eyesight's not good enough. I was like, fair enough, all right. I went to go get LASIK a week later. Came back, they said you have to wait a year for your eyes to stabilize. So that way we can process you. Cool, fair enough. Wait a year, try 2 more times. No and no. They said no to me both times. So I tried the Marines. Medically disqualified, right? It is what it is. Then I went back to college, finished my degree, got my bachelor's, went to go work at a corporate firm. That was very interesting. The pay was great. The environment, not so much. Very boring, very office-like. And I just didn't feel a sense of accomplishment, and I didn't have a passion to do what I was doing. Granted, I was doing some, real estate and relocation services, and that was pretty cool, but I didn't feel like I belonged there. And the money was great, once again, but it was just far. It was almost a 2-hour drive from where I was, living, and just driving almost 2 hours every day. That wasn't it for me. So because of that, I decided to just go a different route. I decided to join the Army. And thankfully the Army said yes, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here talking to you guys today. So I'm thankful for that, honestly. I'm thankful for just being here in South Korea and just exploring the culture, talking to Katusas, talking with the ROK soldiers, talking with locals. But ultimately, the Army said yes. I got a medical waiver, and with that, I was able to enter the Army. And I'm so glad I did it because I'm very very excited about what's my next adventure. I'm going to JBLM next. I already did South Korea, and 1 year was enough, honestly. I know there's a 2-year commitment to this in South Korea if you want it, but a lot of people get denied, and a lot of my friends here actually got denied for staying an extra year. So yeah, and the money fluctuates because you stay another year, they give you some money. They give you about $3,000, $6,000, but it's always taxable, so you're getting even less than that. But yeah, thankfully I, decided to go the Army route, and I'm glad I'm here, honestly. And that's it, guys. That's pretty much it. It's a short video, but I just want to let you guys know that you can do anything, all right? Make a plan, execute it, and follow through, because if you're going slow or fast, doesn't matter. What matters is you get there, and you'll get there eventually. Trust me. All right, guys. See you later.